Welcome to the Teams family and a very special welcome to our mentor, speaker, our today guide, Nilima ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for joining with us.
Thank you.
Now let me introduce Teams Welfare Foundation is a non-profit organization with help the student to become a knowledgeable, help the homemaker or a person who want to achieve something in their life, want to create their name. We will help them to empower and become independent. We provide various courses and at online platforms at minimum price so that everyone can afford it. You guys are also part of our family and I heartily welcome you all. Let me allow to give a brief description about our speaker. Nilma ma'am is the founder of Aspiration Matters Training and Consulting. She is also a corporate trainer and a mentor. She transitions into an entrepreneur intending to build a society of confident and thriving individuals who inspire and uplift each other. A postgraduate in geology and accreditation holder of soft skills and trained the trainer. She also helps corporations to create a holistic environment to grow and learn together. Her signature program has been provided to be interesting, engaging the help, inculcate qualities like confidence, a holistic approach, team spirit, inspiring action, personal touch. We have a more than 1.5 decade of experience in guiding, training, and mentoring. Her rich life experience with passion and empathy bring her to close to her trainees who always admire her for her exhibiting energy and ability to understand each participant with their individual. Thank you, ma'am, for joining with us. Now you can, I will begin.
Thank you so much. I'm really glad for my introduction. Thank you, everyone. Good morning, everyone. So I really welcome you for this webinar, and I am really glad that you have joined for this webinar. And I'm really hopeful that I'm going to add great value in your this 1 hour time. Thank you so much once again. So lead yourself like a pro. And it tells that great mindset leads like a pro, power up to develop. So what it lies in your mindset. So we have to develop our mindset so that we can lead like a pro. So whenever we talk about leading like a pro, we always think we have to lead others. Okay, but is it possible that without leading ourselves like a pro, can we lead others like a pro? It's just impossible. So we have to first start everything from us, it is within us. So whole world we are able to see from our own eyes. So whatever our eyes see, feel, that is what we see. So we have to develop that potential in us so that we can lead others like a pro, until and unless we don't lead ourselves like a pro. So first question I would like to like all of you to see that what do you expect from your today's session? What do you expect from today's session? Anyone can come up and say any expectation from today's session. See, expectation is very important. So we must expect from us ourselves first. Wherever we are going, it is very important that we should have some expectation from us only. So that is the seed that you are, implanting in your brain and your mind, in your soul, that yes, you expect something from yourself. That's very important. You need to expect from yourself. We have, more expectation from others. So that we have to take care that we should expect less from others. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. So how do you want them to treat you? It all depends upon you. The way you treat yourself, the way you treat others, they will treat you the same way. So it is very important to take care of these things. So I'm just giving you all these questions to just think and, imbibe that what is very important. Cultivate these type of, habits to ask such questions to your mind. What do I expect from me? Why things are going like this? So it is very important to understand and pay attention towards this. So the objective of the today's session is know the hacks to lead yourself like a pro. So we will be knowing each and everything, but we will go by step so that it becomes easy for you to understand and discover the basics of leading like a pro. Learn to lead yourself like a pro and identify the skill set to lead like a pro. Now, the first thing that comes that how do we get that hacks to lead like a pro? The first thing that's very important for us That is our objective, our dream, our desire. So aspiration matters in our life. If you don't have aspiration, then it becomes very difficult to start anything, think anything, and be in any direction. So this aspiration provides us direction, where we are leading, how we are leading, and we keep asking this question to ourselves again and again. So it is very important, not only as a student, but as a parent also, to make their children, make their students also realize that they should have some aspirations, they should have some dream. Now we can't give dream to others, or even to our own children, to students. It's just impossible. They have to think now how to be aspirational. It's very important to go through different experiences, show them different things in their lives, so that their mind becomes curious. So curiosity is very important. Why things are happening like this, what all things are there, it's very important. And if you have an aspiration that is purpose driven, then it is awesome thing that we have to take care. Now once you have dream, you drive all your effort to achieve that particular dream, and that's how we get our goals in our life. We break that, okay, what all things I need to do so that I can reach out to my goals, I can achieve this particular thing. Now you need to set smart goals. So you don't say that I want to go somewhere. Suppose it's weekend and you want to go somewhere. If you say I want to go somewhere, you won't reach anywhere. You need to be very specific. Where do you want to go? So same way, if you want to tell that I want to become a successful, it's not specific thing. How you will become successful? What you will achieve that you will become successful? Do you want to become a doctor, engineer, or a very successful MBA graduate or HR professional? So be very specific what goal you are setting, how you are going to achieve that, and by when you are going to achieve that. So by when you will become, and become professional like a professor, doctor, and what all things you need so that you become successful and you reach your goal. It's very important. Now whenever we talk about success, everyone is paranoid about success. But because they are not taking action, that's why they are not becoming successful. And they have defined that, when I become like a Mark Zuckerberg, then only I can be called a successful. It's not like that. When you start solving problems on your daily basis, what happens? You feel sense of success in your life, and you feel sense of happiness, you feel sense of achievement. All these things are the signals. They give you signal that you are succeeding in your life. That's very important. Now I will take you here. When you have dream, when you have aspiration, you have goal. When you have goal, you achieve that, and what happens? You manage your time effectively, and you become efficient at time management. At the same time, when you are efficient at time management, it is just impossible without being disciplined. So what are the traits, what are the characteristics you need to be you can lead your life like a pro? You need to have aspirations, you need goal, you need time management. At the same time, you need to be disciplined with yourself. Self-discipline is the most important thing, and all these four things will give you self-honesty. Because here you are not showing to someone, you are not looking for validation. You know what you are doing, what you are achieving in your life. It all depends upon you. Any doubt here, everyone? You can write it in the chat box. Yes or no. Why or no also will work. I will keep saying that chat box. Yeah. So now, when you have something to do in your life, what happens? Your energy is directed in one direction. And that's how slowly and gradually we become very good at self-control. We become very good at self-regulation, and we start managing our emotions, because we know what is important and what is not important. Because here you are aspiration driven person, you are purpose driven person, you are goal driven person, and that's how you start managing your routine, your new, daily nuances, your everyday schedule, everything. You are start managing it and handling it very carefully and with ease. You don't have to put your effort in these things, and so that you can use your energy for better things and bigger things. You can plan your life goals, you can plan your bigger career, or how to earn more revenue in your business, so that your mind goes and work for that. It doesn't work for your own waking up in the morning, how I will wake up tomorrow, how I will go for exercise. So you don't work for all these things. Your mind is in a like a autopilot mode, and you are able to handle all these things with ease. And now there your mind works for problem solving, and that's how you become a creative thinker. You come with innovative ideas on day to day basis. Suppose you are writing some article or you are publishing a paper, your mind is fully working for that, and you come up with new ideas and creative ideas. So these things are very important. It leads to self management. So when you manage yourself very well, when you lead yourself very well, you can lead other things in your life extremely well. So it's very important to be on autopilot mode, so that things are happening automatically. You don't have to put your effort towards becoming disciplined. You don't have to put your effort towards managing your goals. It is happening automatically. So this is very important. Now we need to discover the basics. Now we have to see, now we are transitioning from ourselves towards others, to now we are going outside to deal with others. We have handled ourselves very well. We have learned to handle our emotion, when to control, when to control your impulses. All these things you have learned. Now we are going towards others, to outside the outside world to work. Now when we go outside world to work and interact with others, we face lot of conflict. That conflict doesn't happen only with the outside world. We face lot of conflict with ourselves as well. We look for validation. We look for so many things. So we have to be extremely smart not to look for validation. When we are honest with ourselves, we will not look for validation. Now, the secret of interpersonal and intrapersonal skills, please understand, intrapersonal means your relationship with yourself. That is intrapersonal. So what I explained initially, that is your relationship with yourself, and that is a very big topic. I can't take it in this 1 hour workshop, but I'll tell you that when you start controlling your impulses, when you regulate your emotions really well, your relationship with yourself becomes really well. And one thing that works throughout our time, that is our goal and our dream. Because we start thinking, okay, what is not important, I should not pay attention. The moment you stop paying attention, you stop entertaining unimportant things, you become very good with yourself, and you have great relationship with yourself. That is the thing. So that is intrapersonal. Now when we talk about interpersonal, we need to understand others. So whole crux in having a good relationship, maintaining a good relationship with others, your emotional stability plays important role. Your understanding for others, that plays important role. So don't become very self-centered. That's very important. Okay, you guard your emotions really well, but at the same time, we need to be understanding of other situation, what they are going through. We need to be very careful not to hurt someone. So when we take care of these small things, we are able to take care of interpersonal skills very well in our life. And when we take care of interpersonal skills, what happens? We prevent conflict in our life. We prevent all those, you, me. We start thinking about and we always speak like we. So that's very important thing. We don't indulge in cold wars and all, and we follow assertive communication. That's very important. So when you want to lead like a pro, it's very important that we follow assertive communication. Now, other than this, it's very important to balance our emotions, balance our transaction very well. What is right for the society, what is right for you, you should always indulge in that. So that's very important. If you start thinking about you yourself, You may indulge in some thing that will lead you towards some problem, or uh, that will lead you towards stress. So that's very important, that think about greater aspects, bigger aspects. Think about your family also, think about your parents, think about the society where you are living. Think that you any of your acts should not hurt anyone. The moment we start thinking this way, we start following and we start balancing. Now, why I have used this balancing? Now, most of us, when we talk about success, leading ourselves, we always think about outcome and result. We are less careful about things that is not going to trouble me or you in the near future. Suppose I'll give you example. You are hardworking person and you're working only towards the office, or you are a hardworking student who is only studying. Now this is not a balanced approach. You need to take care of your health, you need to take care of your emotional health, you need to take care of your surrounding. Who needs your help? Anyone who needs your help and support. They may not be telling you, they may not be communicating, but they may need. So this is very important. You need to be very supportive for your family, your parents, for your kids, whatever, whosoever it is, even for yourself. So you need to balance. You can't say that, I am extremely busy, I am doing this, I am fully occupied. That is not an excuse. That is not going to work. So you need to be compassionate. You need to be empathetic. At the same time, passionate about whatever is your goal and dream. Am I right, everyone? Yes or no? We will have another poll question now. And that's how we take step by step. So, what are the steps that we can
Okay.
take for balancing ourselves, balancing our routine? That you write down what all things you need in your life. You need success, you need career, you need good health, you need good relationship, and how you can bring all these things in your routine. This is very important. Now, when you start thinking like this, you will have time, like, okay, I can spend my time in the morning for my routine work, like exercise, meditation, yoga, whatever I'm passionate about. See, when you are doing something that you are very passionate about, it takes less of time. Thank you so much, Gunjan. So leading self efficiently helps to inspire others, influence others, leading others, and it helps in self management and self growth. What do you think now? So it's very important to balance things from the very beginning and keep that control. See, if you don't keep things in control, no others will control you, and then it will be like, you won't be feeling comfortable, and you will not like it. So it is always better to keep things under control, and you can keep everything under control when you are managing yourself, you are leading yourself with passion, compassion. That's very important. For that, you need to take steps every single day. Okay, you need to take steps every single day. Means you need to take action on daily basis. So now, when we talk about learn and build rapport with self and others, why I have brought this topic. So when we talk about interpersonal skills or anything, when we move from ourselves to others, what is important that we start expecting things from others. We don't expect things from us, we start expecting things from others. We think that people should behave like this, they should be like this, whereas that is not in our control. It's very important that we keep those things at the very level, and we raise our own level of understanding, and whatever comes, you handle it, you deal with that. Let people take you as an example. So if we start doing like that, then people start learning automatically. We don't have to tell them to do things like that or this. So it's very important. To do that, we need to build rapport. To build rapport, what all things we need to do? We need pleasant, expression. Whenever you meet someone, when you meet or talk to someone, have pleasant smile on your face. At the same time, Just be little concerned about them. Ask them, how are they? What are they doing? Can you do something for them to, if they need any support? So offer these things. So this will slowly and gradually build rapport. And this building rapport will not only help, dealing with a good relationship. At the same time, people will trust you. So when we talk about leading like pro, you need to be trustable. You need to be likable. If your likability quotient, your trust quotient is not high, it's not possible that you are going to lead yourself like a pro. So it's very important. Build rapport. Just be like one who is liked by most of the people. See, we don't need to, bend our rules to be liked by others. We can be assertive, we can be caring, we can be nurturing, and people will definitely like us. That's very important. To do that, what all things we need? We need also to be, people who are inspiring. Like you have learned something. Suppose your degree is over. What are you doing? You have joined some job. At the same time, you keep upgrading yourself, keep upskilling. You keep learning and help others to grow. Know yourself. Now you know yourself. You should know others as well. You should observe them. You should nurture them. Now, when I talk about observe, don't judge. He or she is like that. That's why she does like this. Please segregate both the things, problem and person. Okay, segregate that person separately and segregate the problem separately. Then only you can solve anything, and you can observe, you can help others, you can nurture the relationship, and you can solve that problem. That's very important. Whenever we talk about, rapport building, where we fail, we start assuming things. We think it should be, I think it could have been like this, or I think this is going to happen. No. Ask questions instead of assuming. If you are in doubt, ask questions. The most important thing here is being assertive. Don't mix things, everywhere. When you are professional, follow that professional ethics as well as professional attitude and mindset. At the same time, you need to respect yourself, you need to respect others. You don't allow yourself to be exploited, and you also don't exploit others. So it's very important. Whenever you communicate, you should be assertive, not very rude. So when you are assertive, it doesn't mean that your tone should be very bad so that it looks rude. You can be assertive. At the same time, you can communicate things in a graceful manner so that others are understanding. It means you are within the boundary. Don't go out of the boundary every time. Not even every time, not at all. So always be inside the boundary and draw that boundary everywhere, whether it is your personal relationship or professional relationship. At the same time, we need to respect when someone is seeking support and help. It's very important not to, be extremely vocal about that. You can keep that to yourself. If you have helped that person, and person will think that, okay, you are very trustable, and that person will like you. So that's very important. People will follow you, when you are inspiring. And how you can be inspiring? But when you lead yourself very well, when you showcase all these traits, when you move out of your house, move out for your work, for your studies, so people will observe all these things. Now, at the same time, you need to value yourself and you value others. Now, when we talk about value yourself, you should have first few values in your life that you cannot compromise on this at any cost. This is something that drive you in your life. So what are the values that drive me in my life? That is my empathy. I am a person who is driven by this particular value, empathy, passion. And at the same time, whatever happens, I can't compromise on integrity. So I would like to ask everyone here, please write it in the chat box, at least one or two values of yourself. Thank you for participating in this activity. So now when we talk about leading like a pro, now see, understand what we are doing here. We started everything from ourselves, from within. Okay, we from within we went to outside, our routine and everything. Then we went how to deal with others, what all things we need to take care when we talk about inspiring nature and all those things. Now, other than this, we need to take care of, where is the gap, why people are not paying attention towards me. We need to understand why people not are not valuing. Is there something in me? See what happens, we always start playing blame game. That's not the right thing. Always ask yourself, so what do we need to do? We need to introspect, we need to reflect that, okay, what all gaps are there in my life or in my career or in relationship, you need to fill. And for this, what you need to be extremely honest. You need to be observant of your own things as well as others, not judgmental. So when you reflect and reciprocate, you start filling that gap slowly and gradually, and you become a self-guided person. It is very important in today's world to become a self-guided person. You are reflecting on your own things, you are reflecting on your own action, you are reflecting why this gap, why wherever I am going, I am finding some problem, or why I am attracting wrong people in my life. Ask all these questions, why this is happening. Is it that you are spending more time in talking and thinking about wrong things with the wrong people? That is why you are attracting wrong people in your life. Now it is very important. Is it that something that you are wasting a lot of time in scrolling reels and other things? Ask why you are not able to upgrade and upskill yourself, why you are not able to reach to that level. All these things you will get when you start reflecting on your actions. And that's how you start creating your life. Wherever there is a gap, you start drawing, you start thinking that, okay, this is something that I need to inculcate or cultivate in my routine or my personality, and then I can become better. And that's how you need to, after that, you need to be determined to take action and be consistent with your action. And you need to authenticate the experiment. What does it mean? Be authentic. At the same time, when after doing all this, getting all these data, you need to experiment. You need to again move, again do things with some modification in your life, and then see the result. And that's how we evolve. So when we talk about leadership, it is very important to bring that change, to be the change, and to inspire people for change. And to do that, you cannot do when you are not reflective thinker, you are not experimentative in nature, you are not a risk taker. It's very important to take risk. You can't take risk if don't have clarity. You can't take risk if you don't go out of the comfort zone. So it's very important. And for all these things, what matters a lot, your decision. If you don't decide to act, if you postpone your decision, you will be in that loop and vicious cycle of the same suffering and problem in your life. Whether it is a relationship, whether it is a career, it is a job. Why I am not getting job? Ask yourself. Is it because there is a gap in my language? Is it there is something gap in my skill set? Is it something I am not very confident individual? I don't have that outlook and personality that I can attract opportunities in my life. Ask all these things. At the same time, when you do all these things, you inspire others. People start liking you, people start coming along you, they start following you. So these things start happening. So you take care of the room you are in, means the kind of friends you have. Suppose that person is wasting throughout the day in doing unnecessary things. If you are there with that person, you are also going to be one. So always have friends who are better than you. You will feel uncomfortable in the beginning, but later, once you start evolving and changing, you will become the most comfortable person. So that's very important. And think, you want to manage people and self, or you want to lead self, or you want to be led by others. That's very important. So if you don't manage yourself, others will manage you. Your boss will manage you, your parents will manage you, your wife will manage you. So you please understand this, that you manage yourself very well, you lead yourself very well, so that others get inspired. At the same time, you want people to be with you or you want people behind you. So if you want people be with you, then yeah, okay, show that poll 3. What do you want to do with yourself and others? You want to manage or you want to lead? Thank you so much, Gunjan. Everyone, please participate in this poll question. What do you want to do with yourself? You want to lead or you want to manage? Now, this is a very important question here. Most of the people are telling they want to lead. But what do you do that you want to lead? Do you take action like that you can lead? I will give you a very good example. Difference of leading and managing. Gunjan, please share the result. How many percentage in leading and managing?
It's 80% in lead.
Okay. Okay. Close that poll now because we will be running short of the time now. Okay, great. So 80% people are telling that they want to lead. Everyone wants to become leader. You tell that, ask me this question, who wants to become, manager? Everyone wants to be the CEO of the company, no doubt in that. But at the same time, what do we do to become a CEO and to become a leader? That's the first question we should ask ourselves. Okay, decide and act accordingly. Now it's very important that difference. What is the difference that you manage or you lead? The first difference comes is that you consider everything as an asset. When you feel that you want to lead or you want to lead others, you consider everything as an asset. You invest in that. You take care of things because it is an asset. When you want to manage, you consider everything as a resource. You feel that people are there with you. You have to squeeze them. You have to get the best, get the work done, these things. So that is the mindset. When you consider everything as an asset, your mindset changes. You start motivating people, you start taking care of them because you know that it should not, get exhausted. It should not get tired. You take care of that as an asset, either a people or anything, money. Whereas when you manage, you think it is a resource. Just use it. So your mindset becomes like using it. Your mindset never becomes like, okay, motivating, get the best out of that. That is the main difference. Other than that, everything is on internet. I won't repeat all those things. This is something I personally feel that, managers think that everything is resource and leaders think that everything is an asset. Okay, whether it is a human or anything, any non-living thing also, they consider it as an asset. So that's very important thing. And another thing that you think that you have to just achieve the outcome and, result. Whereas when you lead things, you take care of the process as well. You take care of the system. You take care of the after the result also what will happen. So you take care of the relationship. Your horizon is very huge when you are dealing like a leader or when you are leading like a leader. That's very huge. Other than this, you don't indulge in competition if your mindset is like a leader. You never think that someone will go ahead than you. You always think that you are changing and you are becoming better, so you will be always ahead. This is how. And you never take race with others. You always take race with yourself. So you become better every day. You help others. The best part is that when you lead, you are helping others to grow. That is one of the important things. Now you just think it is going to be extremely tough questions. I find it tough because it hurts your sentiment. Okay, it touches your, emotional cord. So I'll ask you one question. What decides whether you will lead or you will be led? You can write it in the chat box. What decides whether you will lead or you will be led? Definitely it is your action, your attitude, your thinking skill, your mindset. That is what decide. Okay, whether you will lead or you will be led. Who decides that you will manage yourself or others will manage you? It is you who decide. So from today onwards, don't blame anyone, your parents, teachers, and society for anything. You blame and you ask yourself every time this question. You become extremely honest. So it is you who decide whether you will manage yourself or others will manage you. Okay, others will remind you to do the things or you will do things on your own. Do you have that accountability and ownership? It is up to you. Now you manage yourself before others start managing you. It's very important. Now, there is another thing that when we talk about leader, you inspire and people get influenced. You don't influence people. They automatically get influenced. So you want to be influenced by mediocre, or you want to influence people. That's very important. So when you are inspiring, it happens automatically. You don't have to do and put extra effort for that. So you make your life impactful before creating impact on others. This is amazing thing, and you need to understand. You cannot lead others until and unless you lead yourself. So you need to create that impact in your life. Then only you can create impact in others' life. That's how you can lead others. Be inspiring to create influence on others. It's very important. Inspire yourself before inspiring others. It's amazing thing. You like yourself so much. When you will like, when you take right action, when you take right decision, and you play this power game. Now, power game is very important because this gives you different power to deal with the things. So I'm not talking about power game related to politics or anything. It is within you. You can create that power. So if you are aware about your strength, you are aware about your weakness, you are aware about everything about yourself. When you feel confident and when do you lose confidence? When you know this, no, you are self-aware. At the same time, you know what are your passions, likings, strengths, what all things you want in your life, when do you get nervous, what all things you need to take care that so that you don't get nervous, do you need to be prepared. So self-awareness is very important. Your regulation over your emotions, that's amazing thing, so that you don't start bursting out your anger wherever you want. To be self-regulated, don't carry baggage on your mind. Keep writing things in your journal. Don't carry baggage in your mind. Be understanding, have that self-control and self-confidence, and have that self-organization. So you organize yourself. Take care of your confidence. So whenever we talk about confidence, what matters a lot? Your perspective, your understanding, and your preparation. Perspective about yourself, perspective about the situation, your understanding about yourself and understanding about the situation, and your preparation. That makes you confident person. It's very important. Have self control so that you don't nowadays having taking this avoiding distraction is very important, because our self control is poor. Why self control is poor? Because our discipline quotient is very poor. Why discipline quotient is poor? Because we don't have aspiration, we don't have goal, we don't have dream. So that what happens, we are not aware about important and unimportant thing. Okay, we pay our whole attention towards unimportant thing. If there is a reel, we will put all our senses to see that reel, scroll that reel, being very active. But when it comes to something that is going to change our life, we become very complacent. We think chalta hai type, this is okay, ho jayega. So this is where we need to exercise our self-control towards distraction. It's very important to understand what is important, what is not important. So you can be, you can exercise this self-control when you have great aspiration in your life. You are highly aspirational. Now, this is the question time. So let me ask, how was the session, everyone? You can write good for G and bad for B. I am ready for that. And then I will just go ahead. So our questions reflect our understanding and our interest in the moment. So if you have a question, you were interested and you were understanding, and now you are curious. So I would like to end the session here with this. And if you have a question, I am there to answer you. Please come up with your question. You can speak up or you can write down your questions. This is me, Nilima Kumari, and I am driven by one mantra in my life, that power up, discover the winning edge, it's in you. Another thing that is my mission of my life, to help people become confident individuals so that they can inspire others and uplift everyone to themselves as well as others. So my mission in the life to help people to become confident individuals so that they can inspire and uplift each other.